So big news was released here on Workhorse, one of the most hyped stocks here on YouTube. So naturally, I gotta make a video to cover it. Workhorse announced a strategic agreement with Hitachi, which is a conglomerate Japanese company, and the goal with this deal is to support higher production. So why is this news making headlines, and is it really a big deal here for Workhorse? Yes, I personally believe it is, and for Workhorse to partner with a worldwide known company like Hitachi that has a strong brand name behind it legitimizes the company quite a bit in my opinion. Oh, but by the way guys, this was an impromptu video. I had no plans to make this, but I saw the news and I thought you may enjoy it. So if you do, just consider smashing that like button down below to show your support. So the purpose of this deal is for Hitachi to provide Workhorse with an operational assessment of Workhorse's manufacturing, operational and supply chain capabilities, benchmark to best-in-class standards, and provide recommendations to Workhorse that support the company's increased production requirements. This right here is key, and this could mean that Workhorse is expecting production to ramp up because they expect to win at least part of the USPS deal maybe. Personally, I can't see them making investments and ramping up production for what they do right now, and it may be in preparation for a win on the USPS deal, or at least worst case, a partial win. So maybe this is their indirect way of telling investors, hey, take a look here, we're, pretty close to the finish line on this massive deal. And since this news was announced, Workhorse stock is up 8%, so it seems like I'm not the only one who thinks that this is a subtle hint from the business that they are one step closer to winning this deal from USPS, or at least part of the deal like I mentioned, which in turn would be huge for investors in the stock. Now jumping back here to the press release, what Hitachi will bring to the table in terms of their experience and technology is the ability to leverage its smart manufacturing, data-driven digital solutions, and EV technologies, which is all powered by Hitachi's rapid solution delivery platform called Lumada. On top of this, Hitachi Capital America, which is a different arm of the business, will assist in developing a national dealer network and will support Workhorse's sales with vehicle financing options for both dealers and customers, including dealer floor plan programs. And guys, this is a big deal because it helps Workhorse with the logistics of selling their vehicles, so the company can focus more on building out their vehicles and spending less time on the sales process of the business. Now, from my personal perspective, I see this as kind of a win-win situation for both companies, for Hitachi as well as Workhorse. Hitachi, as I mentioned, is a Japanese conglomerate, and while they are a worldwide business, they do want to grow more in North America, and this partnership allows them to get some exposure in the US with some pretty big potential if the USPS deal is won by Workhorse. So together they can become a big EV player in the US, at least in terms of EV trucks and fleets. Then for Workhorse, I think it's obvious why it's a winning situation for them. They get a world-class company, well-established brand, backing them up and advising them, and this essentially gives them access to their technology and process, which in itself is worth a lot of money. So this could help Workhorse improve their tech, speed up their innovation, and finally become the business that everyone expects them to be, whether they win this USPS deal or not. Now let's be real guys, if it wasn't for this potential $6 billion contract, Workhorse would not be even considered as an investment for 90% or more of investors in the stock today. It's pretty much all hinged on them winning that potential deal, and that's kind of where the risk in this business is as well if you're investing in the stock here today. So I think that alone kind of speaks volumes as to how important this deal is for Workhorse, and why every investor in the stock today should be very closely monitoring any progress in USPS, any progress in Workhorse getting closer to winning that contract, because that's what's going to make or break this investment at the end of the day. Now, Workhorse stock has had a very good year ever since the EV hype started building up, and you combine this with the USPS deal getting attention, this stock has risen close to 500% in just a few months. And guys, if they win this deal, I think there's a lot more upside to be realized here. The business currently sits at under a $2 billion market cap, and the deal alone is worth $6 billion if they win the entire contract. And that would make this company very undervalued, and for the shareholders, this could mean some very big gains could potentially be realized. However, if they don't win the entire contract, and even if they win only a portion of it, the market may still reward this company with more upside because it could be seen as a stepping stone for future potential deal wins as well. Now, I made a video a little while ago on the contenders of this USPS deal, and in here I list out the probability in my mind of who I think has the highest chance of winning this deal. And since then, one of the 4 companies has dropped out, but the content in comparison in that video is still relevant today, so make sure to check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But either way, at the end of the day, this is great news for shareholders in Workhorse. Hitachi shareholders, it could be good if Workhorse end up winning out this deal with USPS, because that's going to give Hitachi a lot more footing here in the US, and that could be good for them long term. But either way, guys, I do want to hear from you what you think about this news here. Do you agree with me that it's a win-win situation? Kind of a win-win-win almost, because if Workhorse and Hitachi succeed at this, then shareholders like yourself perhaps in this stock could also see some good gains over time. But either way, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll continue making these Workhorse update videos as there is still a lot of interest in there. And guys, remember, slash that like button down below to show your support for the channel. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one.